Hi everyone, welcome to As I Saw. My name is Almas and I'm the curator and author of this channel. Today I want to share with you something very basic, something which I learnt, and I want to share with you how I did it because it was the most dramatic change in my life. It really was, and it's basic. It's about how to be happy. Now how did I used to be? I used to be materialistic. I used to be constantly depressed and sad. I used to walk around like there was this dark cloud upon me. I was never happy wherever I went. I just couldn't be happy, and I always relied very much on external influences to make me happy, but I was never fundamentally happy. And as a result, I used to attract negative circumstances and events all the time. So I was constantly unhappy. And why? It's how our mind works. This is what I discovered after I broke through and realised. And what I learnt was, from the age of 0, when we're born, up until the age of 13 or 14, we absorb everything. Our minds are unfiltered. So what we see and what we hear, we just absorb it. And it affects our perception, it affects the way we see and believe, it affects everything. So if you were brought up in a supportive environment and upbringing, then your outlook and perception later on as an adult, you tend to have more empowering beliefs. But if you're brought up in a dysfunctional environment, abusive and so on, that also impacts the way you perceive your outlook on life. It sounds grim, doesn't it? Especially if you had the latter, if you were brought up in a dysfunctional life. Well, here's the good news. You have all the power to change it right now. Regardless, if you had a dysfunctional upbringing, you have the power to change it right now. Why? Because we have the power to control our thoughts. It's as simple as that. That's what changed for me. Sorry, the camera. Why? Because our thoughts are energy. They're like a magnet. Our thoughts are like a magnet. So if you're persistently thinking negative thoughts, it's like a magnet and it attracts more negative thoughts and more negative events. So very basically, just to begin with, and I'll come back for more video blogs on I can go into more detail in various aspects of it. Very basically, here's how you can control your thoughts. If you find yourself going on a negative thought pattern, one is focus on your breath. Simply, like when you inhale, listen to your breath. And imagine there's a white light coming inside as you inhale, and just spreading throughout your body and oxygenating your body. Focus on that. And as you exhale, imagine there's a grey light coming out and it's all the negative thoughts coming out. So inhaling white, clear light. Because like energy, for example, this pen is energy. And only this pen can occupy this space, right? For something else to occupy that space, that pen has to disappear, and then another piece of energy can occupy that space. It's the same as our thoughts. So if you focus on your breath, that's what you're focusing on, and there's no room for anything else to occupy that space in our mind. So that's number one, focus on your breath. Number two, focus on your perception, like on the sounds around you. Like, I can hear cars zipping by on the road, or I can hear birds tweeting, or I can hear my cat pitter-pattering around the house. Or I can hear a tap dripping. Actually, that's my cat just turning on the tap. So when you focus on your senses, so for example, when you're washing your hands, focus on the water and feel the water in your hands. And during that time, you're not thinking, you're focusing on your senses. So that's number 2, focus on your senses. Number 3, watch your thoughts. Imagine you're like a mouse. Oh no, imagine your thoughts. So like, imagine you're looking at a mouse hole, right? A little mouse hole, like in Tom and Jerry, that little mouse hole. And the mouse comes in and out, comes in and out. So imagine you're like the cat watching the mouse running in and out. Do that with your thoughts. When a thought arises in your head, like the usual rumble, you know, the usual rumble that goes on, like things you have to do, things people said, or what you can't do. Watch it like that, like you're watching that mouse come in and out of the hole, like you're Tom watching the mouse. Before you know it, you start watching it, you detach from those thoughts. And then before you know it, silence. Try it. 3 simple ways to start controlling your mind. 1, focus on your breath. Or number 2, focus on your senses. 3, watch your thoughts. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the comment box below. Yeah? And if you would like me to elaborate on any of the areas, please drop me a line. Also go and check out the blog. There's more content on there. It's asisaw.wordpress.com. Please come back for more. I'll go into more detail about how our thoughts are energy, and I'll talk more about past conditioning and how you can change that to help you be happy. Thank you for watching.